This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Welcome and thanks so much for joining us here on News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
It's Wednesday, October 20th, and I'm Stacy Jensen.
Well, the state's case against Jose Batista has been going on for over 5 years, and it looks like there might be some resolution to the ongoing court proceedings in the coming months. For more on this story, here's Matthew.
5 years ago this month, Jose Batista was arrested on charges of an alleged sexual assault against a student while Batista was still employed with Nye County Schools District. During their initial investigation, deputies with the sheriff's office discovered that Batista engaged in lewd conversations with the alleged victim before taking the student back to his residence. Batista was also allegedly under the influence of narcotics when he reportedly engaged in unlawful sexual acts upon the student. Batista allegedly admitted to investigating officers that he did indeed engage in sexual misconduct with the student, and during a search of Batista's residence, investigators obtained evidence to support those alleged crimes. Shortly after Batista's initial arrest, he fled to Guadalajara, Mexico, where he was a fugitive with an outstanding warrant since 2016. In May of this year, law enforcement agencies were able to facilitate the capture of Batista in Mexico, where he was later deported and sent back to Nevada, where he was then taken into the custody of the Nye County Sheriff's Office at the airport in Las Vegas. Batista and his defense attorney have been presented with a plea deal from prosecutors. However, Batista's defense attorney, Jason Ernst, told Judge Wonker that his client is rejecting the terms of the plea deal and would like to proceed to a jury trial. The next court date for Batista is scheduled for November 19th of this year, with a jury trial tentatively scheduled to begin the week of December 13th. For KPVM, I'm Matthew Davis.
A former Armagosa Town Board member is facing charges of intimidating public officials. For more on this case, here's Matthew.
John Denilofs is facing charges after an alleged campaign of intimidation and bullying other Armagosa Town Board members. In a police report obtained by KPVM, it is alleged that Denilofs attempted to file a restraining order against the deputy town clerk for the town of Armagosa in Beatty Justice Court. However, that temporary restraining order was denied. The reasons provided for the restraining order involve alleged harassment against Denilofs' daughter by 2 school employees, of which one of those employees is Armagosa Town Board Chairman John Basta's wife. The police report goes on to say that the temporary restraining order focused more on the alleged malfeasance of Armagosa Town Board members and less specifics about the alleged harassment against Denilofs' daughter. The report also details several instances of alleged intimidation and bullying by Denilofs during his tenure as a board member, including an email that Denilofs is alleged to have sent out that depicts a mugshot and booking summary by the Riverside, California Sheriff's Office that infers the deputy town clerk has a criminal record. When investigating deputies interviewed that deputy town clerk, she informed deputies that she has no such criminal record. The main grievance that Denilofs is alleged to have is that the deputy town clerk reported the theft of recording equipment that occurred on August 12th. The recording device is alleged to have sensitive audio recordings from a closed meeting. It also has an audio recording of Denilofs yelling and screaming at the deputy town clerk while she was performing her job duties at the town office. Denilofs provided a statement to KPVM through email where he goes on to say, quote, "There are too much problems before I came, and as long as I hold on, people will think it's me. And after I walk away, you will see I was just a target and another person to blame," end quote. He also added, quote, "I know you might think that because of my recent arrest, I might feel guilty, but I did nothing wrong," end quote. For KPVM, I'm Matthew Davis.
Well, Gregory Hafen II represents the 36th district in the Nevada Assembly, and that area also includes Pahrump. Hafen says that there's a lot he'd like to do when he kicked off his re-election campaign Tuesday night at Artesian Cellars here in Pahrump. News 25 spoke with him about what he's done and what he'd like to accomplish if re-elected.
So when it comes to bills, they should be about Nevada, the state of Nevada, and what's best for the people of Nevada. And what we saw was a lot of national partisan agenda really being rammed down our throats. And I don't like that. I think Nevada should be Nevada and should be left to the people of Nevada. There's a lot of good governor candidates, and we've actually got redistricting coming up whenever the governor calls us into session. Some states have already done theirs, but we'll be looking at redrawing the lines, which obviously the Republicans are in the minority in both houses, going to make it very difficult for us. But we're working every week. We're having meetings with our staff, our GIS employees, and meeting with our fellow senators on the Republican side to come up with a game plan of what we can do to try to add some balance and win back the Senate and hopefully pick up some more seats in the Assembly. Over the years, my grandfather's always taught me a number of things, and one of the most important things is when you give someone your word, it better be your word. And yeah, things can change and you get new facts, and if that changes your mind on something, you better go to them and tell them why. But your word is your bond, and he's always taught me that, and he's always taught me hard work, and so I go up to Carson City and, 10, 12-hour day is really nothing because I'm used to it. I'm a fifth-generation Nevadan. My son's sixth-generation Nevadan. I love this state. I love this community, and I love the people here. I think I bring a very unique perspective with that as a fifth-generation Nevadan, that I know the history. I know where this state has been. I've seen some of these things these past two sessions that I don't like. And I think we need to turn back and get back to being Nevada again.
A report of a possible poaching led game wardens from the Nevada Department of Wildlife down a path that resulted in the conviction of 2 men for multiple incidents of illegally killing wildlife. Game wardens originally received a tip of the illegal killing of an antelope near Lund, Nevada in White Pine County. The investigation led them to 22-year-old Garrett Higbee of Alamo, Nevada. Evidence linked Higbee not only to the killing of the doe antelope, but also to an illegal killing of a bull elk in August of 2018. During the investigation, wardens also uncovered evidence of an acquaintance of Higbee's, 25-year-old Jordan Chris, had also illegally killed 2 mule deer near Hyco, Nevada in Lincoln County. Higbee pled guilty to the unlawful killing of both animals and was convicted of a felony for the bull elk and a gross misdemeanor for the antelope. He was sentenced to 90 days in the White Pine County Jail and faces $14,000 in penalties. Higbee is currently in the White Pine County Jail. He also faces additional charges in Lincoln County for the unlawful killing of the mule deer. Chris, also a resident of Alamo when the crimes occurred, but currently resides in Cedar City, Utah, was convicted of a gross misdemeanor and received a $5,000 fine and a 14-day jail sentence in the Lincoln County Jail. We'll be back right with more after this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. New data from Cleveland Clinic shows how effective the COVID-19 vaccine is in reducing hospitalizations. In August, researchers discovered 90% of those who were admitted were not vaccinated.
This really indicates to us, as we were thinking the vaccine is extremely effective. There's no vaccine that's 100% effective. They were quoting about 90% at first, and the majority of patients are doing quite well with COVID-19 if they're vaccinated. So we continue to recommend vaccination.
Dr. Rachel Sharaga specializes in critical care medicine for Cleveland Clinic. She says they also found in September that 85% of infections were in unvaccinated individuals, whereas only 15% of those who were vaccinated had a breakthrough infection. In addition, those who were admitted that were fully vaccinated generally were older than 65 years old and had significant underlying medical conditions. Dr. Sharaga hopes this data will help encourage those who are still hesitant to get vaccinated. She says it's important to be protected from this virus, especially with the highly contagious Delta variant still circulating.
Over the last year and a half, we've seen COVID and its variants, including the Delta variant, be very severe illness, more severe than the flu or any other virus we've seen before. So this is serious, and it causes hospitalizations and a lot of deaths.
Dr. Sharaga says the vaccine can also help stop the virus from mutating, which is how the Delta variant came to be in the first place.
High school seniors planning to go to college might want to take advantage of a scholarship program available locally. Pahrumph's Martin Luther King Foundation uses money raised through local fundraisers to help fund student scholarships. And one of those is the MLK Fashion Show, which took place last weekend at the Bob Root Community Center here in Pahrump.
Today we had a fashion show, but we also had a lot of people who stepped up to the challenge because we had a community challenge so that we can raise the money because we was unable to have our lunch or our breakfast. It was a very big success, I do believe. We had LMN apparel. Okay, which is Christian Blues line, clothing line, and it means love me now. We also had Augustus Lyman, and his fashion was rare cloth. Sunflower Fashions, and we had Christina and Corina Roman, who displayed their fashions, and they are fashion designers out in Las Vegas, but they went to the high school here, so they're high school graduates, and they like to work and do things in the community. The scholarship is raise funds for high school students who would love to be able to go and further their education, but they may not have total means. So we give scholarships every year, and we wanted to build that bank up so that we can give to more students who's graduating. This year we was able to give 3 $500 scholarships out, but next year we want to be able to do more. The way that the students can apply is just go to their counselors and just all they have to do is give us an essay. Submit the essay, and we, review the essays. The majority of the time, everyone that applies will get the scholarship.
If you need more information about the MLK Scholarship, you can contact Dory Foskey. Her number is 775-513-1552. We'll be back with more News 25 and a little more on Halloween for our pets coming up right after this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
All right, well, we are going to join Darby O'Donnell Westerman, who's hanging out at Desert Haven Animal Society with Roscoe.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Roscoe. Roscoe is an adult male pit bull mix, gorgeous puppy. He is a light beige color all over. He has cute little white marks on his chest, little white nose, just a very, very lovable guy. He is a larger dog. He did also come in with a Maltese who already has been adopted. So he's now waiting for his forever home. Very, very mellow personality, very loving, likes to come up and have a cuddle. Super sweet boy. If you want to come and see Roscoe or any of his friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society, you can give them a call, 775-751-7020, or you can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society.
If you like to dress up your dog or cat for Halloween, it could pay off. Never Forgotten Animal Society is giving folks a place to show off their pets and their costumes and win some great prizes. Maxine Brown stopped by KPVM to tell us about this weekend's Strut Your Costume event taking place at the Pahrump Elks Lodge.
Well, it's Strut Your Costume. It'll be held at the Elks Club from 12 to 3. On October the 24th, we'll have a costume contest, and there will be a chili dog lunch. Tickets are $15, with all proceeds going back to Never Forgotten Animal Society. This is the first one we've done, and we hope to do one every year. It's open to the public, and I don't know, we come up with the name of Strut Your Costume. It's you don't have to be in costume, but if you are and want to be in the judging, you can, and there'll be a first and second place. It'll be judged by the audience, and the first place, so it'll be money, and the second place will be money as well. And we hope to see a lot of folks there and getting judged.
How can you get tickets for this?
You can call me at 775-513-1205, or you could stop by Never Forgotten Animal Society, which is located directly behind Wells Fargo Bank, and they have tickets as well. We are a rescue, a 501c. We have cats, dogs, kittens, and puppies. There is an adoption fee, but when our pets go out, they are fully vaccinated. They have been microchipped and vet checked.
For tickets to Sunday's Strut Your Costume event at the Pahrump Elks Lodge, you can call Maxine at 775-513-1205. At last check, tickets were almost sold out, so you'll want to act fast.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Taking a look outside, look at that beautiful scenery out there.
I like it. It looks good. It's the perfect time of year.
Find out more about our weather after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. Are you ready for some weather? Oh, we got some. Hey, look at this. It's 65, basically, down to, it's low 60s from Fernley all the way down to Goldfield. Beatty's heating it up a little bit at 70 degrees. Good for you. Amargosa, Las Vegas, checking in both at 76 degrees. Out in Death Valley, 83 is as good as it got, and that's not too bad. But what do you want out in Death Valley? 83 sounds great. 73 here in the paradise of Pahrump, where the air is pure and the grass is green, and all the kids do math in their head, just for fun. There you go. Sun rose this morning at 6:55 a.m. It's setting this evening about 6:01. Just about knocked out all of the daylight out of that 6 o'clock hour, and I think tomorrow it'll all be gone. And fans of night rejoice. There you go. Low tonight, 49 degrees. Humidity 27%, which why is there 27% humidity and this many clouds? It seems like it should be higher, but coming into tomorrow, well, maybe we'll see some more clouds. Oh yeah, we got a whole week full of clouds for you. In fact, tomorrow's going to be kind of a nice day with just 5-mile-an-hour winds. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Wow, look at those winds kicking up into the 15, 20-mile-an-hour range. All weekend long, temperatures dropping down to 68 degrees on Monday, and a big rain event going to happen on Monday. So we'll have a stormy Monday and kind of spend the next couple of days recovering into the week. So treasure the weekend while you can with as pleasant of weather as we have. Monday, all bets off. All right, back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
Thanks so much, John. Well, we do have a couple announcements for some things, and one of them is Nathan Addison Hospice has joined with the Friends of Parkinson's to have a seminar, and that will be on November 18th at the Valley Electric Association at 800 East Highway 372. Living Well with Chronic Illness and Aging with Dignity. That is once again going to be on November 18th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. And if you need to RSVP, you can give them a call at 702-381-4141. And there's another event coming up, right? We have a Halloween event that's happening soon right here in town at Petrick Park. And that one is being put on by KPVM TV, of course, Quality Signs, Marty Greenfield Jewelers. We're looking for participants.
And we're also looking for donations of candy. And so if you have a business or an organization that would like a booth, make sure to call us at 775-299-9992. Or you can text that as well.
There's a Halloween event happening this weekend, and that is at Sundance Ranch. That's right there off of South Pahrump Valley Boulevard, and this is a really fun event called the Halloween Fest. The gates open at 3 p.m. Admission is $5 per family, plus one non-perishable food item for the Pahrump Food Banks. There's going to be pony rides, music and entertainment, and so much more. It's going to be at 5285 South Plantation Street here in Pahrump. For more information, give them a call, 990-9137. You can also go on to SundanceRanchNV.com on their website. This is going to be a fun event right before Halloween.
And we like those.
We also have one other event, and that is the fire station there. That's all volunteer in Tacopa is having an event, the Firehouse Fling and Flea Market, and that's Saturday, November 6th.
Yes, so much fun. I'm going to try to make it out there. And again, it's the flea market. Lots of fun. If you haven't had a chance, head on out to Tacopa.
9 to 4 p.m. And once again, that's on Saturday, November 6th. They do this as a fundraiser to help them out because they're all volunteer. Yeah. We appreciate them so much. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. Happy birthday to Ryan Muccio. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
I'm Stacy Jensen. Good night.
Good night.